much, and let me thank you for inviting me to this discussion. And I've got to say that I've truly enjoyed the way the discussion is going on, and it gives me the feeling that actually Kenyans understand the taxes and the basis of charging these taxes. And that is what I wanted to talk about more. But when I listened to the debate, I realized that actually Kenyans understand why the government levies taxes. And when we go to the bill, I need to start with the problem that we have as a developing country. And we are not alone. Most developing countries have a problem in terms of aligning the tax system, and the challenges largely arise from, one, the issue of tax base. And one of the speakers talked about the issue of tax base. The other problem that we have is the issue of too many exemptions. Exemptions are everywhere. The other challenge that we have is compliance level. And the last problem, there are many, I'll talk only about those four for the time being. The other problem that we have is the structure of our economy, which is largely informal. And these are the things that when you look at the budget and the finance bill, and I need to clarify that the finance bill is still a proposal, which is subject to discussion, and I'm happy that we are having a discussion. The finance bill tries to address these problems in a way. If you look at the new taxes that have been brought in, the motor vehicle tax, the eco levy, the removal of certain exemptions is basically to address the issue of tax base expansion. And
so are you saying that people who have motor vehicles don't pay tax?
I need to come to that. Not everybody who has a motor vehicle is paying taxes. Not everybody.
So how many own motor vehicles and don't pay tax that you need to target?
Let me explain to you something, why we need to look at the motor vehicle as a tax as proposed in the bill. Somebody who has a vehicle definitely has some income, because he'll fuel the car, he'll buy the car. But as I said, not everybody who has a motor vehicle is paying taxes. And that brings us to a tax regime that basically addresses areas.
What do you mean? When they fill their car, they're paying tax, aren't they? On fuel, isn't it?
Tax on income. I meant tax on income. That is a consumption tax.
Okay, so which income? Which income is this that owners of motor vehicles don't pay?
The income that you got, for example, to go and pay that fuel should have been taxed on you.
Lakini kwa yule ambaye anapokea mshahara, kwa mfano, kama mimi na Sam hapa, mwisho wa mwezi tutapokea mshahara ambao utatozwa ushuru wa PAYE. Kwa hivyo ukija ukinitoza ushuru tena wa gari, ni kama umenitoza ushuru mara mbili. Mimi sio ama Sam wale ambao wanapata mshahara, sio wale ambao hawalipi ushuru. Kwa hivyo unawezaje kuseparate hizi group mbili ambazo unazitaja?
Actually, that is now the main area of discussion. If we are to go for those people who are earning salary only, to get the level of tax that will boost our economy, it means that we have to increase the taxes to compensate for that other person who has a car, but somehow he manages to not to pay. I talked about the issue of compliance. And there are people, as I said, in the economy who, because they are somehow difficult to target, they don't pay taxes on their income.
So how do you protect the one who pays PAYE, who pays affordable housing levy, who pays all these other taxes from this motor vehicle tax, if indeed you are targeting the one who does not pay tax at all?
We are targeting everybody. That person who has a car, when he pays the motor vehicle tax, don't you see that now he will actually within the tax radar? Yes? And therefore, we, using our systems, we can as well follow these people who might be having income or having expenditure that is related to income that they are earning. But when you go to their tax declaration, you find they are not declaring anything. But I need to emphasize my point. These people, and it's not only the people who own motor vehicles, there are people who are in certain businesses which are also difficult to tax. What the tax policy would require is that you have what we call a presumptive tax. The presumptive tax may be based on an asset, and I think that is a question that members of the public have been asking. Why are you taxing asset?